notochord already we have seen in the previous lesson. If you have not seen that lesson, please go through it. Now let's talk about other important feature, and first one is the syphilitization. So this word syphilitization is related to the head. Okay, so it involves the concentration of nervous tissues and sense organ in the head. So in the animals which have bilateral symmetry, you know that they move with their anterior and forward, right? So anterior means the front. So they move with their anterior and forward. So this has led to the syphilitization. So it means the differentiation of definite head at the anterior end. And this allows animals to respond more quickly. Okay guys, so this is syphilitization, means it involves the concentration of nervous tissues and sense organ in the head part. Alright, now move on to next one, appendages. So these appendages are the structures projecting from the body of an animal, and these are used in locomotion. So what are all such structures? They are wings, fins, limbs, tentacles, setae, okay, and many more are there. So here you can see in this figure, this is here you will see these are the setae which helps in the movement, and they also helps in capturing food as well. So these are the tentacles which helps in capturing the prey, right? So means what appendages means it helps in movement or capturing of the food, right? Now move on to next one, digestive system. In the simple organism, in flatworms and in coeloteries, you will see they have incomplete digestive tract. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that they have only one opening, mouth and the anus, means they take the food from here and eject out the waste from this part only, this opening only, means only one opening is there. Alright, but in complete digestive system, it starts from the phylum Helminthes till the higher animals. So here you will observe two openings, right? Mouth and the anus. So food enters from the mouth and the waste is ejected out from the body from the anus. So here two openings are there. So if two openings are there, then we call it a complete digestive system. Okay guys. Now move on to next one, that is the respiratory system. So in different animals there are different part for the breathing. So what are those parts? Here you will see in amoeba and hydra that they do respiration from their body surface. In fishes and prawns you will observe bronchial respiration. In frogs, lizards, birds and mammals you will observe pulmonary respiration which takes place through the lungs. In insects you will see tracheal respiration. Here you can see observe this figure, you will see that these all are the trachea from which the insects takes the air in, and this is the opening. This opening is known as the sparacle. Okay, now about the cutaneous respiration. Cutaneous means from the skin. For example, earthworm and leech as well as frogs, they respire through skin. You know about frog, that frog can respire through skin also, through these gills also at the larva stage, tadpole stage, as well as through the lungs, right? Now this is important for you. Book lungs are present in scorpions. So scorpions do respiration through book lungs and crabs through book gills. Okay, so this is very important for questions for your examination purpose. Scorpions from book lungs and crabs from book gills. Next is the circulatory system. So circulatory system are of two types, closed and open. In the closed type of circulatory system, you will observe that blood flows within the vessels, whereas in the open type of circulatory system, the blood flows in the spaces. Okay, so these are the two types of circulatory system. Now in most of the animals you will see the blood is colorless, and this type of blood which is colorless is known as hemocyanin, and this blood contains copper, right? It contains copper as a pigment which helps to take the oxygen. So example is pila and the prawn. Whereas in Higher organisms, invertebrates, you will observe red color blood, which is due to iron. Okay, which is due to iron, and that blood is known as hemoglobin. Okay guys. Now about the excretory system. In sponges and coelentrates, excretion takes place through their body surface. In flatworms, phloem cells, annelids, nephridia, insects, malpighian tubule, in vertebrates and in mollusks, kidney. Okay, so you have to learn the excretory organs of different organisms. Alright, now according to the waste they are excreting, animals are classified into 4 categories. Ammoniotelic, their waste is ammonia. Ureotelic, urea as a waste. Uric acid, they secrete uric acid as a waste. And aminotelic, they secrete amino acids as their waste. This about the secretion of the waste, which waste they are secreting, already I had prepared a lesson for you. Just move on to my previous lesson, previous course, that is the excretory system. There you will come to know about the difference between these organisms: ammoniotelic, ureotelic, uricotelic and aminotelic. Next is the nervous and the endocrine system. You know about these system, I hope so. Nervous system, here you will observe aggregation of nerve cells that helps in coordinating and controlling various activities. Okay, in the endocrine system you will see that these systems helps in secreting the hormones. Then hormones through the blood it moves to the target site. Next is the skeletal system. Skeletal system is of 2 types. In some organisms it is exoskeleton, means outside the body, and endoskeleton means inside the body. So in the mollusk, in the fishes, in some reptiles you will see exoskeleton, okay, as well as in the cuticle of arthropods. There you will observe exoskeleton, whereas in sponges and in invertebrates you will see endoskeleton. So in sponges, skeleton is made up of siliceous spicules. This is important for you. Okay, just learn this. Endoskeleton in sponges, it is of siliceous spicules type, whereas in invertebrates you will observe cartilages and bones, means endoskeleton which is made up of bones and cartilage. Now about the sex. Hermaphrodite, also known as monoecious or bisexual. Here you will see in the same organism both the sex organs are there, male as well as female. So in the same body, mono means one. In the same single body you will observe both the sex organs. So such organs, such animals are called hermaphrodites. Alright, and in others you will see they are dioecious, also known as unisexual, means male and females are on different body. Now about the reproduction. Reproduction takes place in 2 ways, asexually and sexually. So asexual methods are budding, fission, fragmentation and regeneration. These are the general things you are aware of, that's why I am not going in details. Okay, and sexual reproduction involves formation and fusion of the gametes. Next is about the fertilization. Fertilization can be external or internal. If it takes place outside the body, then we call it external fertilization, or if it takes place inside the body, then we call it internal fertilization. External fertilization takes place in marine fishes and in most amphibians. Internal takes place in land animals and in some aquatic animals as well. Now, most animals have cross fertilization, okay, but in few cases, such as in tapeworm, self-fertilization takes place. Okay, male and female gametes are produced in the same body, they fuses and they form the zygote. So, in the case of tapeworm, you will observe self-fertilization, but mostly cross-fertilization takes place. Okay, in earthworm also, you know that earthworm is a hermaphrodite. Both male and female organs are present in the same body. Still in the earthworm, cross fertilization takes place. Right guys? Now move on to next one. Body temperature. Poikilothermic, ectothermic. Homeothermic, endothermic. This means cold-blooded animals. Okay, poikilothermic means cold-blooded animals. Homeothermic means warm-blooded animals. So in such animals you will see that their body temperature is not fixed. Okay, it's not fixed and it varies with the change in the environment. So such animals in which the body temperature is not fixed, they are known as poikilothermic animals or ectothermic or cold-blooded animals. Right guys? Whereas in the other organisms you will see their body temperature remains constant, means it does not depend on the environmental temperature. So such organisms are called homeothermic, endothermic or warm-blooded animals. Right? So now here are few questions for you. Please do answer, okay? And please give your answers in my comment box. So first question is, which animal show cellular level of organization? Okay, we have seen the levels of organization: cellular, tissue, organ, then organ system. Alright, so you have to tell which animal show cellular level of organization. Then about the pseudometamerism is found in, right? So it is very important for you. Please give the answer of this. Then bronchial respiration occurs by. Okay, here you will give some example also. So this is all about today.